For years, it's been hailed as a retail king. At the peak of its success, Nakumatt opened 52 stores, had an array of both local and international brands, and was the envy of most retailers. But now, Nakumatt is struggling to stay afloat. A landlord is suing the farm in Uganda. 3 branches have been closed, stock is fast running out, and now salaries are being delayed.
What is it suffering from?
I think it's a financial challenge that a number of events have come together, a bit like a perfect storm. They've come together and they've accumulated in the position that we currently have and that we're currently working through.
Part of the problem is a rapid expansion plan that saw Nakumatt become an anchor tenant in most shopping malls. This saw it become the go-to supermarket for many consumers, helping it gross about 70 billion shillings in annual revenues at its peak. That growth hasn't proven sustainable in the long run.
You have to sort of speculate and take up mall positions or retail store positions for the future. And you can't always guarantee that when they come to fruition they're going to be as good as you hope they might be.
Further compounding the situation is its ballooning debt. In February 2015, that debt more than tripled to 15 billion shillings from 4.2 billion shillings in 2011, piling pressure on operations. Even then, the farm is still betting on a strategic investor to survive the current storm. The investor should plug in at least 7.5 billion shillings as remedy for the retailer's financial ailment. The investor has been long coming.
It's always very difficult to say how long these things are going to take because they're not within our control. So I would anticipate that it's going to be weeks rather than months.
Each and every outlet was expanding.
Investment analyst Ali Kensatu isn't quite convinced by Nakumatt's choice of remedy.
Telling us that a private equity investor is about to give them $75 million. I mean, this has got to be Santa Claus, because who else is going to do that? You know, put in 75 million, 150, and you've got a business which is not making the income. I don't know anybody who's thinking that way.
Sometimes you have good years, sometimes you have
But Andrew Dixon, the firm's chief marketing officer, remains an optimistic man.
And we will turn this business around, and we will once again become, the most loved brand in Kenya.
Experts say Nakumatt's predicament depicts a trend hurting many retailers. The picture isn't as rosy as it seemed for many of them.
There are 2 different things. There's foot traffic, the number of people going through a mall, and then there's spend. And what my personal anecdotal evidence is, there's a lot of foot traffic in some of these places, but there's no spending going on.
While it may be too soon to cast a crystal ball on Nakumatt's future, many are worried. It has close to 10,000 workers depending on it.
Will you be laying off any of your staff?
You can never say never. Nobody, again, I haven't got a crystal ball, so you can't say what's going to happen in the future. But at this moment in time, that's not in our immediate plan.
The current plan for the retailer is redeeming its financial position. Patrick Igunza, The Big Question.